Hey, Spicy V, Big Brother Spoilers from Instagram here. How you feeling this morning?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So you went over 50 days without ever touching the block. How were you able to do that?
Oh my God, just making good relationships, winning when I needed to, and just being my social fun self and trying to show people that I was an asset to their game.
You were able to last 2 weeks longer in the game this season than your last season. So how did your gameplay change to get you this much further in the game?
Yes, 19 days more, pretty impressive. I feel like I just tried to have a good time and, like I said, just show people that I was an asset and, try not to take things too seriously. I think that the game is really heavy. So when you can be kind of a light in a room and, appreciate the small things in the house, like that's kind of a good thing. And that's the kind of, like environment people like to be around.
You and Anthony got into some heat exchanges over the last few days. Where do you stand with him now?
I mean, I still don't feel great with him. I don't know how he could do this to me. I had his back throughout the game and would have had his like back to the very end. We haven't really talked it out yet, and maybe the day will come, but it ain't today.
You convinced Vivek and Avery to take out some of their allies in the game, Dennis and Kayla. So why do you think you were not able to convince Anthony to take out one of his own allies, you?
I had no time. He told me I was going up 2 minutes before the POV ceremony. I had absolutely no time, like, to deal with it. And then even once I was on the block, didn't have a lot of time. Other things were being done in the house. And honestly, he had just soiled my game so bad, like with Todd and Bailey, that there just wasn't any hope. And I was just devastated that I couldn't pull it together on time to even do it because I was like in shock that he was doing this to me.
Was Anthony truly who you wanted to go to the final two with from day one?
Absolutely. It breaks my heart to say it, but absolutely. I thought we would make history as two all-stars sitting in the end together, like something that would be incredibly hard to do. And we're so close to doing it. And yeah, I absolutely would have been true to him the whole time.
Do you regret taking out Kayla?
Yes, I do. I definitely regret taking out Kayla. I mean, I knew that like Anthony and Lexus were piling on to make sure that Lexus didn't go up as a replacement nominee. And it kind of just really like messed up Kayla's game. And it felt like the right move at the time. But looking back, I definitely wish that move was not made.
Did you ever expose hot chocolate to Bailey and Todd in your pitch to stay this week?
No, I only said it in my exit speech. I didn't say there. Like I said, I just didn't get to the campaigning. There wasn't a lot of time and it just didn't happen.
Was hot chocolate ever the group that you wanted to go to the final five with?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like hot chocolate was perfect because, there were strong women in there who I loved, who I wanted to play the game with. And Anthony was also in hot chocolate. So it was like a win-win, right? I'm fighting for the people that I want and they're all in one alliance. This is perfect. It is definitely something I wanted and it breaks my heart that we didn't make it.
Considering hot chocolate's strong presence with 5 members in the final 8, what do you think caused the shift that only 2 members of the alliance are remaining in the final 4?
I think Anthony just had bigger plans. Like when Anthony found out that Lexus was going to be the replacement nominee, he had a really big hand in getting the house to turn on Kayla. He had bits of information that he completely blew up, and then they tacked on like extra pieces to really solidify Kayla going up and going home. And from that moment, like we kind of just crumbled. Like the trust was gone, the fire was gone, and then, everyone just started playing their own game. But I never thought that meant that me and Anthony were no longer aligned.
Was the glass smashing incident driven by genuine frustration, or was it a calculated move for TV drama?
A little bit of both. I actually was extremely pissed. And like I was just frustrated, but also I was like, damn, it's right there. I didn't really expect it to smash the way it did, if I'm being honest. I thought it was gonna do more of like a tumble. But hey, if you're saying it made good TV, I'm down.
If you had gotten to the end of the game, do you think you would have won?
Yeah, I do. I do.
So moving on to talk about the remaining players, we're going to do a word association to describe the remaining house guest game. So I'll say someone's name, and you say the first word or a couple words that pops in your head to describe their gameplay. So let's start off with Anthony.
Backstabber.
Bailey.
Trustworthy.
Lexus.
Lazy.
And Todd.
um, Todd. Unaware.
How would you rank the remaining players based on how likely you would be to vote for them?
Bailey, Todd, Anthony, Lexus.
Will you be voting bitterly, or will you not take personal feelings into account?
I will not be voting bitterly. I love this game way too much to do that. But I need the truth. I need answers as to why they're sitting there. I want to know what they did in the game to show me that they actually played and deserve to win.
What is your biggest regret?
My biggest regret is probably just aligning myself with so many people. As the numbers get smaller, it becomes harder to kind of hide who you're working with, and people start to question, oh, like, am I closer with her or is she closer with this person? And, that kind of stuff can really bite you in the butt when the numbers get small.
Why do you think Todd and Bailey evicted you over Lexus?
I think that Anthony really got into their head. Like, he did it without me knowing and kind of just like took something small and blew it up and probably promised them the world. And, people really look up to Anthony. When he says something, like, people listen. So they got there, and yeah, sucks.
If you had stayed in the house, who would you have wanted out at the Final Four?
Anthony! Oh my God, if I stayed in that house, he would have been done. But
So
yeah, as a Big Brother fan, like, I think I want people to play that are deserving of it. So someone like Lexus, like, it just gives me an icky feeling.
So if the final three was you, Bailey, and Todd, do you think Bailey would have taken you to the end or Todd?
Ooh, I don't know. That's tough. It depends if she was going to stay loyal or if she wanted to win.
Who will you stay in touch with after the game?
Everybody. Everyone.
Even Anthony?
Even Anthony, I'm sure. I'm sure once we talk it out, but he would have to admit to me that everything he was saying was bull crap and that I need to hear the real reason he got me out, and that's because I was going to beat him in the end, not because I was soiling his game or this person said that. And because we could have talked about that all week, and you brought it up 2 minutes before putting me on the block. So don't give me that.
Who do you think will be the next person to be evicted and join you in the jury house?
I think it's going to be Todd. He's on a little bit of a winning streak. I don't think his relationships with everyone are as strong as everyone else's relationship with each other. And for that reason, I think he'll be next.
And last question, who do you want to win and who do you think will win?
I want Bailey to win just because I think she's played a really good Big Brother game, aligning herself, winning things, being honest, going through all the emotions of the game. And, I'm impressed by that. So I'm rooting for her. But Anthony might just win. He has had everyone wrapped around his finger this whole game. It's down to the finals now, and if people are still listening to him, he'll go. They'll take him.
All right, Spicy V, I know you have a lot of interviews to get to today, so thanks for making the time to chat with me.
Of course, no problem, Josh. Thank you.